Hey there, Michelle. How's it going today?
Hey, Lindsay, good. Lindsay, what's the most recent purchase you made?
Oh my gosh, the most recent purchase I made, I just recently bought a Christmas gift for my partner, and that was something. So, yeah.
Okay, so it's not something that you've tried yet, whatever
No,
you
I had
bought.
to order it and it's coming today, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds
Mm.
exciting. So my parents got my son a basketball hoop for his birthday. Um,
Okay.
he hasn't used it yet because it needs to be put together a little bit more, but I'm sure he's going to be excited to use it for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So today we have a great question from a listener. But before we get
Mhm.
into that, we want to say thank you so much to those who have reviewed us.
Oh my gosh, we love our reviewers. We love our listeners. Guys, if you love Allers English, go ahead and write us a review, whether you're in the iOS Android app or Apple Podcast or Spotify. I do want to announce a special thank you to Anonymous on December 13th, to San ST1 from Croatia on Apple Podcasts on December 10th, and Hill GZZ from Mexico in Apple Podcasts. Amazing reviewers. Amazing reviews, Michelle, by the way.
Oh,
Fantastic. Yeah,
thank you very much, everyone. It really does mean a lot to us.
it really does. So if you'd like to hear your name announced on the show, then go ahead and leave us a review wherever you listen, guys. Let us know what you think and give us your episode idea. Right? We love
Yeah.
your ideas.
Oh,
And this episode today
absolutely.
is based on a is it based on a question? It is
Yes.
actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
from YouTube. Guys, if you aren't watching over on YouTube, you wanna see us, here we are over on YouTube. I'm waving hello. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, and sometimes people submit their questions there, so that's really great. Lindsay, would you like to read the question?
Absolutely. So again, this is from Louise Zambra Nawaldrop, 2437, long name, but good
Mhm.
question.
Yes.
All right, he says, "Hello guys, great podcast. I have an interesting question. Could I use the word christen for conveying the fact of using any item for the first
Mhm.
time? And how common is this term?" Oh, it's a good
Mm.
question, Michelle.
This is a good one. Yep.
Yeah, this listener clearly has been absorbed in English, native English, and heard something and is coming to us with that question.
Yeah, I love it. So, Lindsay, do you hear christen being used like this, used some
I
for the
do.
first time?
Yeah, I absolutely think that native speakers, not just religious native speakers, not at all, just native speakers of English do use this word christen to christen
Yes.
something. 100%.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. I mean, it does have also a religious context,
Yes.
it dealing with baptism, I believe,
Mhm.
and I think, getting someone started on the religion when they're baby, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. I believe it's related to that. But I think when people say this, they don't really think about that meaning,
No,
you
right. It's
know?
interesting
Yeah.
because right, like sometimes you have these words that are used in multiple ways, and it seems like you would think of that first thing, right? Like, oh,
Yeah.
religious, but you don't say it and think of religion. I don't think.
I really don't think so either, Michelle. I think we use it in a more modern context, and we're going to show our listeners how to do it today. Yeah. So, where do we
Mhm.
start?
Yeah. So it can definitely be used to talk about using something for the first time. And I think it's pretty common. I mean, not every day would you use
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's used all the time, but it's fine to use. Do you feel comfortable using this? You don't. So you said you don't think about the religious aspect.
Not really. I think when I use it, it's something that I'm doing for the first time. Usually it's using something,
Yeah.
you like unboxing it. It's
Right.
fresh and it's new, and you're using it for the first time. So no, I don't think about church when I say this word.
so yeah, well today we're going to give you some examples and also other ways to talk about using something for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lindsay, can it be used about anything?
Anything? A good question. What do you think? What I mean, I think
Something, I mean,
yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
know that I would just first of all, it's one of those terms that we say to our listeners, don't use this all the time over and over. I wouldn't say that this is something to mix it up a little bit.
Mhm.
It almost
Mhm.
has kind of a spunky humorous sound to
Yeah.
to me, like, oh, we're gonna christen the blah blah blah, right? It's not that's how I hear it with a little bit of intonation, a
Yeah.
little bit of personality behind it. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. There's a little bit of we're excited about this new thing and we're going
Mhm.
to christen it, right? We're going to use it for the first time. It's fresh, it's new. We're excited that it is the first time, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. So
Mhm.
let's, it can be used for a lot of things. Let's give some examples. So here we go. Come on, let's christen the new wine glasses, red or white.
Yeah, and this is a good example because the other piece of this meaning is maybe you're making it an event with people.
Mm, that's a
Yes.
very good point. Yep.
Yeah, and I think your example is perfect. Let's christen these wine glasses. Let's christen our new outdoor fireplace,
Right.
right? And that means we're coming together as a group. We're going to create an event, and it's
Right.
somewhat connected to socializing. Sometimes, I think, not always, but sometimes.
I
Don't you
think
think?
that's yeah, I think that that's a really good point is about making something more of an event. Like, I don't know that I
Mhm.
would say, "Oh, I'm gonna christen my new book light
Right, right.
and read by the like, I don't know, it just
No,
isn't yeah, I think it
or
is
yeah.
more of an event, which is why it might not be used as frequently.
Or you wouldn't say this for everyday items, like, you just ordered, like, I just ordered dental floss on Amazon, right? You wouldn't be like, "I'm gonna christen this new pack of dental floss now." No.
Right,
No.
right, that's hilarious.
That's
No.
not right. So there is something of there's some specialness here, there's an event, there might be other people involved helping you celebrate in a way. Yeah, yeah.
That's good. I'm sorry. I'm still like laughing about that. It's funny. All right.
Yeah.
Or you could say, "Oh, I just got a new bike. I'm excited to christen, but it's been too snowy to go out."
Yeah, and here, there's not necessarily a bunch of people standing around watching you use the new bike, so this is slightly different, but it
But
still works, yeah?
but yeah, it's more. It's like a little special, right?
Mhm, yeah.
It's not it's not dental floss, like,
It's not dental
but
floss, yes.
I mean, you can think of it. I mean, you could use it in a humorous way in that way, like so. Just a little story. My friends came over the other night and they decided to make a key lime pie, which is
Oh,
like one of my favorite things in the
key
world.
lime is the
And
best, yeah, I agree.
ah, and they
It's
didn't
so
have
good.
we didn't have a juicer. And so my friend went out and he got us like, just like a manual one.
Mhm.
And we could have said, "Oh, let's christen the new juicer,"
Yeah,
in that kind of way. But again, that was an event. It's kind of funny. And so
yeah.
it can be used about something small, but only in that kind of I guess that would fit into the event column, you know?
Yeah, I completely agree. That's a good example. It's just something you're excited about for one reason or another. It's not a daily use thing that it's just it's not mundane. Okay. It's special.
Right.
And then an iPhone, if you get a new phone, most of us
Mhm.
end up having to buy a new phone
I
every
just
couple
got
of
one.
years. You just
Yep.
got one? Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
because your battery stops working and all these things, right? It's just
Oh,
how it
yeah.
goes. Yeah. So, for example, I got the new iPhone. I just set it up so I have to christen it and finally make my first phone call. Ooh. If you make phone calls anymore, right? Who makes phone
True.
calls anymore?
True. We don't maybe it doesn't even make phone calls. We don't know.
Right. That's possible, Michelle. It's possible.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, Michelle, we are back from break. So, where to now? What should we talk about here?
Okay, well, let's talk about other ways that we can use this. So the first one is to break something in.
Mhm.
So this one is often used about clothes, maybe something you have to put on, right?
Yeah.
But it can be used about other things. So you could say the seats in my new car are a bit stiff, but I think I just have to break them in more.
Right. I mean, this really works great for anything leather. I mean, we know that
Mhm.
leather needs to be broken in. It's not always the most comfortable when you first buy like a leather
Mhm.
jacket or leather
Mhm.
shoes, a leather couch. Maybe
Mhm.
it's a little bit stiff. Leather needs to be broken in, but it goes beyond just leather, obviously. Different materials,
Right.
a pair of jeans,
Right.
right?
Yeah, whenever you wash your jeans, you feel like you have to break them in for the first time, right? Like
Break them
you
in,
squeeze
a pair of
them.
shoes. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
I
Yeah.
think a lot of times this can happen talking about shoes because somebody might say, "Oh, these shoes they're not really that comfortable. Oh, maybe I just need to break them in more." Right? You
Yeah.
use them more, get them to be a little more flexible. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why when I bought my new ski boots, my father-in-law, who's a hardcore skier, he's like a 8 to 4 skier.
Oh,
He does like heli skiing and crazy things. He said,
wow.
"Your boots should be painful for the first 3 years of the
Mm.
life of the boot."
Oh my
It takes 3
gosh.
years to break in your boots, more or less 2 or 3 years to break in. So they're just painful all the time, and I'm still not sure if I'm breaking them in or if I got the wrong size,
Oh,
you
that's
know?
interesting. You'll
'Cause
have
they're
to let
supposed
us
to be
know.
really tight. They're supposed to be really, really tight, right? So they support
Uh-huh.
you. But, yeah, I like things that are broken in. That's why I don't really like buying new things
Yeah.
because you have to give up the comfy thing,
Yeah,
right?
yes, exactly, exactly, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next one, Lindsay?
We could say, "Give it a try. Give it a try." Should we open up the game and give it a try? It's supposed to be so much fun. So
Mhm.
maybe you got a new game, just trying something, right? You've just
Mhm.
bought something, you wanna try it out.
Mhm, exactly, or give it a whirl.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
little bit
mhm.
different. So let's give the new vacuum a whirl.
Yes, or test something out. So let's test out the new TV. Right. So
Mhm.
I just bought a new computer, a new laptop, and I still haven't turned it on yet, but I will be doing that tonight to give it a whirl, to give it a
Mhm.
test it out, right?
Okay,
Give it
so
a
that's
try.
good. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
that's a good example. I mean, which one of these do you use the most, would you say?
Ooh, that's a good question. I really like give it a whirl. I think it's cute. It's
Give
fun.
it a whirl. It's fun to say. Give
Um
it a whirl.
But I like break it in too because, when something or breaking in a good pair of gloves so they feel the expression "it fits like a glove"?
Yeah, yeah,
That's only after you've broken in your glove,
right.
right? Yeah, I just love that feeling that you put something on and you know it belongs on your body. These jeans fit my body, these shoes fit my feet, no matter how
Ugh,
weird the feet are,
that's
everyone's
how I
feet
feel
have
about
nuances.
Birkenstocks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those really mold to your feet, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're the best.
Yeah.
Uh, should we do a role play?
Of course, Michelle. Here, what's the scenario?
We are friends, and you. Oh, no, I am visiting your new office.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. This place looks great.
Thanks. I haven't christened all the tech in here, so I hope everything works.
I'm sure it will. Did you test out the computers at least?
Oh, yes. I did give them a try.
Good. Ooh, this new chair looks so comfy. Mind if I give it a whirl?
Sure, take it for a spin.
Ooh, wow. So comfortable. Did you break it in yet?
Oh, no, let me sit.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's also like office chairs are
Yeah.
really nice when they fit you well. Oh,
Yeah.
God, so good. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right.
What do
So
we say here?
you said I haven't christened all the tech in here. So this is like an event really. You have a lot to do, so you could use christened.
Exactly. Perfect. So that's the original question of the episode today. And then you said, I'm sure it will. Did you test out the computers? So
Mhm.
did you try them out? Did you test
Mhm.
them out?
Mhm.
Right.
And then you said, "Yes, I did give them a try."
And then you said, good. Oh, this new chair looks so comfy. Mind if I give it a whirl? And I love that one. So much personality in that
Give
phrase,
it a
Michelle.
whirl.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a little childlike. It's, like, cute, it
Yeah.
gives I don't know, it makes me think of actually spinning around in the chair.
Totally it does. Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
then you said, "Sure, take it for a spin," which is a bonus, that can also sometimes be used, for especially cars, bikes,
Right.
things like that.
But this is a creative use of take it for a spin. I love it when we take an idiom that usually applies to one context and we bring it into another context.
Right.
And that's what we're doing here because you're just talking about trying a chair, right?
Right.
And literally, you might be, it's kind of a bit of a
Spinning
pun,
around.
right?
Right.
Because you're spinning around in the chair, but you're also trying it out. And
Right.
normally, again, that applies to test driving a car,
Yeah.
test driving something like a bike, as you said, Michelle, right?
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Creative.
Um, and then you said, oh, no, I said, "Did you break it in yet?" So I'm at maybe it's like a leather chair, and so I'm saying, "Oh, did you, like, really have a chance to sit in it yet? Break it in, get comfy."
Perfect. Love it. All right. This has been good, Michelle. Is there another episode our listeners could find to go to right now to
Sure.
keep learning with us?
Absolutely. Head on over to episode 2328, which was, "Do you mind if we teach you new phrases today?"
Love it. Love it. Go check that episode out. And while you're at it, hit the follow button, right? Hit the follow button so that we drop into your queue 5 days a week in January 2025. Michelle, where should we leave our
Mhm.
listeners today? What's the
Uh,
final thought?
Getting something new and trying it out is very exciting, and so we wanna have some variety to talk about this. Christen is a great one to use, especially for an event, not for dental floss. Um,
No.
but now when you open that new floss tonight,
I'm
Lindsay,
gonna
I
think
want you
about
to
it,
think yeah.
Michelle. I'm gonna think about it.
Enjoy christening the floss. We gave you lots of different contexts and when is best to use them and for what. But yeah, so give these a try. We hope, especially this time of year, probably did a lot of shopping around the holidays, so might be a good time to use this.
Well, shopping and socializing. And just to take the
Right.
socializing piece one step further, this can also be used to invite people over. Come over and
Oh
help
yeah.
us christen our new kitchen. We just got a kitchen
Yes.
renovation. Come over and help us christen this beautiful bottle of wine that we bought in France. Right. So you
Absolutely.
can use it to spice up your
Right.
invitations,
Yeah.
especially around the holiday season, right? Or
Yeah.
if Valentine's season is coming up, lots of exciting opportunities there to use that phrase. All right.
Yes, definitely. All right. Well, this was a really fun question. Fun episode. Thank you to our listener. And thanks to everyone for their reviews. And we'll see you in the next time.
All right.
Next
Bye, Michelle.
one.
Next
Bye.
one. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.